phrase the ignorance. Ignorance can be a term used for several ideas. It can be used to define a crude, insensitive, violent individual. But it can also define the individual with a lack of knowledge, or who ignores facts and studies. We will use the term ignorance as this last description, the individual who decides not to want to learn or know. Currently we have this praise for ignorance. It is widespread on social networks, and define individuals who do not want to know about areas such as mathematics, physics, biology, and other areas that need care, and a well-organized amount of information. What we have is praise for the search for the path of less use of ethical, philosophical and complex concepts. Conversations with phrases or sentences with few words. Images with trivial actions, denial or devaluation of complex thoughts. These are the basic rules for the development of today's society. Let's do a practical analysis to understand correctly. In a social network you can find the following sentence. I will read it transforming the symbol into words. The indirect K you posted has nothing to do with me, redo it now. What we see is words with vowel extractions, and a search for the comma and element, and a direct organization of the sentence. And so is the way of communicating between social networks, strengthening the model of expressing such people. But suppose an individual writes as follows. Do not speak in a way that I do not know if what you wrote has to do with me or someone else. Be clearer and define what you want to say, and to whom. We must try to be clear, because I, or others, can be felt, finding the times that she is being quoted by you. Someone who writes in this format will make the standard group not even finish reading what was written. You can also define that what was said is what they call mimimi translating. It would be a person who is sad about any nonsense. See that the groups that say they are so sensitive, only have hypocrisy, because they were really sensitive. They would try to understand the position of the other and observe if it is logically important or not. But the constant reaffirmation of his group, by segregation of ideas, causes different ideas to be automatically ignored. Praise, and a search for poorly written phrases, with simplistic ideas, without a philosophical construction on the subject, builds a society of addicted ideas and isolation from the contradictory. This is the praise of the ignorance of modernity. This involves consequences, developments in science, and philosophy. Since such modernity does not seek historical concepts, and the unfolding of the past in relation to its current life. This defines that a society that does not observe the nuances of the past, cannot see the nuance of its errors in the present. Several modern acts by groups that use force, when analyzed by philosophical nuances about what violence is, show that they are condemning others, and act in the same way. Just a different view. When the real evolution would be, raise awareness in a peaceful and logical way, developing well-written texts, and philosophically well-organized, showing the mistakes of the past. But such a well-written and philosophically well-organized analysis would be ignored, or considered irrational, by the judgment of groups that would not seek the foundation of the authors in the story they chose to write the manifesto. In fact, what we are seeing is the formation of a society that seeks praise and ignorance.
If you are looking for more content from different areas, visit the reformadorstad.com website. News and detailed content can be found with system of research and organization of text and video.